with Action Hour. And today we are meeting with the winners of the 1101 scholarship competition that has a prize of $1,101. It was created by Veg Voyages Foundation. The scholarship was created to support the students to be vegan voices of tomorrow. And today we have two of the winners. And we also have Sova, who is in charge of the foundation, along with some other people on our team like Scott Loves. But thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. Would you just introduce yourself quickly? So this is our first winner here. Rakshit, how are you today? And how are you doing? And how did you hear about this? Just tell us a little bit about this.
Okay. Hi, everyone watching this. I am Rakshit. I am 21 years old and vegan. Right now, I am pursuing a master's degree in physics at the Indian Institute of Science Education and Research, Berhampur. I've been vegan for around 2.5 years at this point. I got started watching off some documentaries initially, and
Yeah, we're going to get
since
into that in a few minutes. I just want to kind of give everybody a little idea who we're talking to. We're going to talk about how the scholarship, why the scholarship came about. It's actually to support the vegan voices of tomorrow. And later in the show, we're going to be telling you folks how you can enter. So Eva, just introduce yourself briefly, go around the circle, and then we're going to get into how the scholarship all came about with Sova. So go ahead, Eva.
So firstly, thank you for having us here. And hello, everyone. My name is Eva Rangul, and I'm from Nepal. I'm 17 years old, and I'm currently studying plus two science with an aim to become a veterinarian in future. So yeah.
Thank you so much. And Sova, tell us exactly what your title is, and then we'll get into the foundation, how it all came about, and a little bit about Veg Voyages too, to start off for people that don't know. So go ahead. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you for having us and the winners on the show. My name is Shova. I'm the Communication and Administration Manager at Wage Voyage Foundation. So, Wage Voyage Foundation is a non-profit organization that is registered in US. It started with Vegan Travel Asia, with projects that involve community a lot. So we decided on establishing a separate foundation to bring out good changes in the society, focusing on human rights and animal rights. So that is how the Veg Voyage Foundation came to be, and 11 scholarship is one of the project.
And why don't we tell people a little bit about Veg Voyages to begin with? Because people don't know, and they probably don't know about how many awards that you guys have already won. So why
Mm-hmm.
don't you talk about that a little bit? I'm going to go over to the site while you're talking,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and yeah, we can show people around. We'll also show them the link of how the link to the foundation. So go ahead.
So, Vegan Travel Asia is a travel company that was established 18 years ago. We basically focus on cultural integration and responsible travel, and we travel across Asia. We have won like multiple awards, including the first vegan company to be ever nominated and to ever win Asia's Responsible Tourism Award, and we won this consecutively for 2 years. We have also won like Best Tour Operator in US International Travel Awards. We have also won Best Sustainable Tourism Company in the USA, Best Vegan Travel Company in USA, International Travel Awards, and there are so much many awards. And we have five founders traveling from belonging to various countries, mainly based in Asia. And we have been incorporating social charitable work, and we believe in cultural integration and responsible travel.
Yes, so responsible travel. And the thing to me, when I first learned about you guys long ago, when Zach came on the show to talk about how you were feeding during COVID,
Mm-hmm.
Veg Voyages, Vegan Travel Asia was feeding people and animals, street animals, and treating people that had cancer. And
Mm-hmm.
when they first started to talk about the organization, and that when you take a trip, you become part of this activism to make the world better. You go to a certain destination and you become part of a story. Do you want to talk about that for a moment? I know we're a little bit off subject, but I think it's worth talking about.
So yeah, Veg Voyage Foundation is basically run by the profits earned from Vegan Travel Asia. That means that the travelers who are traveling with us are basically the source that funds our projects and everything. So one of our projects is during the COVID, we fed economically impoverished or disadvantaged communities, and we also helped assist the cancer patients. And these are just few of our projects. We have various projects ongoing on, like tree plantation projects. 11 is one of them. Then we have after school classes, which is aimed to help students learn English, along with learning about compassionate education, about environmental rights and human rights and animal rights and everything. And we have school visits to sanctuaries. We have other various projects going on. So Vegan Travel Asia is a way to fund these projects. It enables us to do these projects.
So people, in a sense, are giving back when they travel. And when they
Yeah, they
support
are
this
giving back.
organization, they're giving back because part of the philosophy, as I remember, is when you go to a destination, not only should you, as the visitor, benefit, but the people that live there should also benefit from your visit. And then it's
Yeah,
equitable and it's
absolutely true.
beautiful. And that's what I love. And I wanted to bring out that point. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the foundation. So I'm going to go to the link, and you maybe just talk briefly about how it came to be. You did actually cover that a little bit, but talk a little bit how scholarships kind of came about, and a little bit the inspiration for the scholarships and what the scholarship is trying to bring about.
So the foundation started, like as I told you, the we even from the inception of Wage Voyages, it was like there were travel opportunities, and then the community would benefit from the travelers. So as our organization got bigger, we our projects got bigger and bigger, so we decided to have a separate foundation. And 1101 scholarship is one of the projects. The project came about like the word, like 1101. 1101 means World Vegan Day. So as one of the founder, Jack, he was he felt that veganism, when he was growing up, veganism was not mainstream, and going against the established norm in the society, he was often labeled as uh, a cult, or something like a stereotypical vegan would be labeled. So he wanted to empower the children so that the compassion would not be labeled wrongfully. So that is a way 1101 scholarship enables the students to be financially independent and also focus on their compassionate projects, so that they could help the animal or help the community in their area, and they could empower themselves, and they could be the vegan voices of tomorrow. That is how it come about.
And I think it's a great time to introduce the winners and talk to each of you a little bit more. You each introduced yourself a little bit in terms of, who you are, et cetera. But now I want to hear about, first of all, why you became vegan. We talked a little bit about that with Rakshit, but we didn't hear from Eva about that yet. But tell us a little bit about how you heard about the scholarship and why you got involved. I'll start with Eva this time. Go ahead.
I get to know about the scholarship from Silva's sister. She suggested me to apply to the scholarship, and yeah, that's how I came to know about the scholarship.
What made you want to become vegan?
Oh,
How did you become vegan? Yeah.
so I went vegan for the animals. I grew up playing with dogs, and I was inspired by my father to rescue animals. So with that journey, I we had a meeting about animal rights. There, I met Dipesh brother, who showed me videos on wool industry, dairy industry. I was vegetarian before, 1 year ago, before I met the best brother, but I wasn't aware about dairy farm and about other cruelty that's happening in the animal industry. And he suggested me some documentaries, videos, and I came across them. As I went through endless videos, documentaries, it quickly led to the horrific truth of the industries. And then after a few weeks, I went vegan, and after that, it was um, there was no turning back for me. Yeah.
So how many years have you been vegan now?
It's been 4.5 years that I've been vegan now.
4.5 years. And do you miss anything about a
Um,
non-vegan diet?
Not at all. No.
Not at all. Not at all. Most people say they wish their only regret is they wish they had found out and done it sooner. And I feel the same
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, same way.
So how, the really big question is, of course, it was so exciting to win and this is amazing, but what do you plan to do with the money that you won? And how will that impact on your future?
Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, I have been rescuing dogs and with my father. So I have came across the various cases while working in the field. So like mainly I'm focusing right now on the rabies vaccination cases and ABC, which is animal birth control. So it is a breeding season right now, and there are lots of dogs which are giving birth, and the dogs are fighting all over the places, and the there's chaos going on. So I'm gonna invest the scholarship in animal birth control and rabies vaccination, and also an awareness program about animal rights. And also, I'm gonna invest that on my education.
That's wonderful. And what are your future plans for your education?
Yeah, so right now I'm studying philosophy and science, so I'm pursuing veterinary science.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, I hope that when you do go to veterinary school, you'll be able to. I understand that some of the schools are now changing over from the way that people are trained to a more compassionate way, and I hope that is in the school that you're able to go to. Okay, so Rashid, I'd like to ask you some questions as well. I know you're a graduate student. You started to tell us a little bit about that. How did you find out about this? If you said it, just repeat it for us. And then tell us a little bit, the same thing. What are you going to do with money now that you won and all of that?
Okay. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, I've been vegan for like 2.5 years, and I got to know about this scholarship from one of my vegan friends. I have like a ton of amazing vegan friends, and one of my friend was like, just sent this scholarship to me and was like, bro, this is like perfect for you. You need to apply. So I was like very happy when she
Why was
told
it
me about
perfect
this.
for you? Why was it perfect for you?
Okay, so yeah, as I said, I'm pursuing my master's in physics, and currently I am like doing research in climate physics. So like a lot of my interests align with climate science and how climate change affects the environment and such things. So she was like, "This is right up your alley. You should definitely apply."
That's amazing. And then you won. And so what do you plan for the future education wise? And what are you going to do with a part of the money that you're asked to reinvest in veganism to spread the word?
Yes. So the last year of my master's degree is reserved for my thesis project. So I wish to do that somewhere other than my current institute. We can do that. So I think I would be able to use my scholarship fund money for that. That's like the first thing I would want to do. There are a couple of other things I would, like to do. The first thing would be obviously organize some outreach events where we talk to people and maybe give out samples of vegan milk or something like that, which will be
Right.
really encouraging to people to transition to being vegan.
Great. And I'm
Other
going to
than
have a
that,
question for each of you a little bit later. But right now, I'm going to ask you what you recommend to people that are going to try out. Because right now, I'd like to bring Shova on, and to talk about the announcement for next year for the people that might want to participate. So why don't we go over to that right now? Because we're almost halfway through the show. It's great talking with you guys. I could go on forever, but go ahead.
So we are really happy to announce that we have decided to open this scholarship pretty early this year. We are going to open it on January 22nd, that is World Education Day, and the deadline for the submission would be October 1st, World Vegetarian Day, and the announcement would be the same as it was this year, World Vegan Day, that is 1st of November.
Oh, great. Maybe would you like to go through some of these slides? We'll start with the next one. I think we're right in line here. I wanted to again show the website, but let's see. Oops. I think, oh no, everybody's still there. I was like, oh, where is everyone? Okay. That should be showing up here now. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go over to the foundation page, and maybe we can just go through that moment and then back to your slides. Sorry if I'm jumping around for you a little bit, but this is where people would go, first of all, because we're halfway through, and I do want to show people where they could get the information now in case for some reason they can't stay on. So there's going to be criteria, and we'll be talking about this, and you can watch later. But if you really want to get all the information, you can always all come over here to the website, because it shows you how to apply. Here's the whole process here. I'm assuming you guys are seeing all this. Yeah, you are. Okay, cool. And etc. So I did want to jump in here, and I just want to say one thing. If you, for nothing else, you have to come over to this website and look at the pictures. And I understand they're so amazing, and it's such an amazing, the travel destinations are so amazing, but the pictures are astounding, and they come from people that have gone on the trips. Is that true, Shova?
Yeah. All the pictures
so cool.
you see on our website is from our trips, and our travelers have taken them personally.
Right. It's so amazing. But back to this, go to the website. It's really easy. It's vegvoyages.com. Vegvoyages.com. Go there. You'll find the links to the foundation, all the information there, in case you can't stay on for the full episode. Okay, so let's talk about the next slide now. I think, what is the criteria? Shova, what is the criteria to participate?
So basically, the criteria is quite simple. You need to be veg or vegan student, or you should be inspiring to be veg or vegan, and you should belong to the age group 12 to 25 years. And students from these 13 countries will be able to participate, because we are targeting the Asian countries. That is why these 13 countries: Bangladesh, Bhutan, Cambodia, India, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, Nepal, Pakistan, South Korea, Sri Lanka, and Thailand. Students belonging to these countries are eligible to apply for the scholarship. And of course, we're going to give priority to veg or vegan students in this competition.
I love that you're right out front about that. But the idea of it is to promote veganism, and because we all feel how important that is. We have to change because there's so many reasons, and we all know the reasons, but spreading the word to the public and to, people that don't know, what better way than we can bang our head against the wall, but what better way than to introduce it to them, in a positive way, like a trip where they actually get to meet people and interact, and then they realize the connection, we're all connected. So all of that is so much a part of Veg Voyages, and I want to encourage people to support this organization because it's amazing. So back to the scholarship. I'm going to go to the next slide here, and you want to just you have a little disclaimer here you want to do. So go ahead. If you would.
Yeah. So the winners will only get 1101 US dollars for a year, and if they want to reapply for the scholarship, they can. But the winners are required to spend 1/3 of the scholarship for the programs and activities in their neighborhood and community or school for the cause of veganism, animal welfare, animal rights, conservation, or environmental protection. So rest they can invest in their education, but at least 1/3 we expect them to invest back to their community.
I love that. I love that because that, that spreads the idea of keeping it going, like it just keeps circulating, et cetera. And it also instills that in some of the students that maybe are just coming on board. Real quick question, just to jump in here. How many of the people that apply are vegan curious? Are those people also encouraged? I know you said they actually can apply, but how many of them actually do? And what's the percent? I'm just curious.
Mm, Most of the people that applied for the scholarship this year were non-vegan actually.
Wow.
Yeah. So because our topic was quite technical, and we expected like initially our topic was food habits and climate change, and it was quite technical for non-vegans to understand. So we had to change the topic to something that could be relatable to everyone. So we changed it to 1101 connection, how people could connect to World Vegan Day and how they are going to utilize the fund. So we tried to make it simpler, and that is why we got more and more application coming in.
That's wonderful. Yeah, a lot of more applications came through. I remember that. So, okay, let's go to the next slide here. Is this the next one that we're going to go to? Yeah.
So the scholarship opened from April 22nd, and it was supposed to end on World Youth Day, August 12th. But since application kept pouring in, we decided to extend the deadline to World Vegetarian Day, that is October 1st. And there were altogether 77 people who were students who were interested for the scholarship, and actually 40 people who were applicants, and we shortlisted 16 of them, and our panelists went through all the essays and ranked them, and Eva and Rakshit ranked among the highest, and that is why they are the winners of the scholarship.
That's great. And for full disclosure here, I was one of the judges, one of the people that read and selected. I did not know either of these people before today. I did not meet them or know other than what I learned through the scholarship. But I do think it's important that I disclose that I was one of the people that read the essays and participated in helping to select the person. Let's keep going with the slides. We went over this one. Okay, so here are amazing winners, and you can read about. I think the scholarships are available to read, are they not, Shova?
Yeah, their essay is actually available to
I meant
be
to
read
say
in
essays. Thank you.
vegvoyagefoundation.org/1101 scholarship. So you can go to our foundation site and you can read the essays there.
That's amazing. Yeah, it would be really interesting. In fact, now I'm going to go back and read them again. So I thought they were all amazing, by the way. And it was so interesting to meet people and to hear. There was a lot of talk about animal abuse that people found, the street animals, etc. And all of the people that, from what I can remember, a lot of people talked about how they were doing activism, even though they may not have been vegan. They were also, a lot of them were involved in activism for animals and for people, which was very interesting. So it is amazing to be on that committee, by the way. That was such an honor, and I want to thank you for that. So,
Thank you, Lindsay.
so let's see what we have left here. Did we go over this one? Oh, this is really important. So we want to talk about how you can help with this amazing organization. I'm going to give it over to Shova.
So you can support our foundation by directly getting involved as a donor, or you can support us by traveling with us through Vegan Travel Asia. So if you travel with us, you are also supporting us, and if you directly donate to us, you are also supporting us and our projects like 1101 Scholarship. So in order to learn more about our projects, you can email us at uc@vegvoyages.com or sova@vegvoyages.com.
Yeah, and like I said before, there will always be the links will be set up at the top, so you'll always be able to find the links. Anyone that's watching. Let's see. Do we have anything left? I think we went through all the slides. I do have a couple more questions. First question for each of the winners. I'll start with Rashid right now for this time. And I'm going to ask you, what do you recommend to people that want to apply? What's your recommendation to be a nerd like you?
I would say just write your heart out and be
No.
genuine. It would definitely work out if you are genuine and you have genuine reasons to apply.
That's awesome. And just anything else you would like to convey, any message to our audience that you did not yet get to say? I always leave people a moment at the end.
Yeah, I would say look into veganism and why people would want to go vegan. That's something that's always, people should be aware of. And if you're applying for the scholarship, good luck.
Oh, that's really nice. Okay, Eva, would you please do same? Answer the question what you would recommend, and then talk about anything else you want to.
Yeah, so there might be a lot of people out there who are willing to do a lot for animals or for the environment, and they might not have proper resources to work on it. So I feel as if this is a big opportunity for the ones who are passionate and willing to do something. So I would suggest just be passionate about it, and along with that, educate yourself, be aware about what you are up to, and yeah, this will help you grow. And yeah, all the best. I would like to say that. And yeah,
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, and to all the people, I would like to say, when I first went vegan, um, I struggled with communicating with a lot of people and getting along with them. And I was also even bullied for being a vegan, and I felt
Mhm.
really alone. But as I went in the uh, journey, as I moved forward, I met a lot of people like me, and anyone who's beginning their journey to animal rights or veganism. I will say there will be a lots of obstacles and question marks coming along your way. Um, but you must remind yourself that you're not alone, and there are people like you. Yeah, I would like to say that.
That was
Thank you.
awesome. And there are people like you, and we all have to remember that. I don't know about the rest of you, but sometimes I do feel alone. But I think things turn over maybe a little slower than we'd like, but I think we've all seen amazing change. So Shova, anything else that you did not get to cover, please go ahead.
I will encourage everyone to apply for the scholarship. Students like who meet the criteria, please apply for it in the coming year. And I will also like to congratulate our winners, and I wish them all the best. And I will look forward to seeing their journey. We also have their Instagram handles linked in our website, so you can check out their updates in their Instagram as well. Go follow them. And I also would like to thank you, Lindsay, and all the other panelists that were involved in judging, and all the travelers, all the donors who have supported our projects. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you for all the work you guys do at Veg Voyages. Vegan Travel Asia. It's just the most amazing travel agency that possibly could exist. I want to remind everyone to download the app to join us at Unchained TV. And we do have videos, including on my channel, which is Action on Unchained.com. You can download the app. It's free, and you don't even have to give your email address. But there's so much programming about veganism, and I think there are several videos and little clips about Vegan Travel Asia. More to come, by the way. So thank you all for being here. We're so happy and pleased to meet the winners, and we're so happy you're doing this. And my only message to our audience is, if you could possibly donate and help this foundation, you are spreading the word. And like a pillow, if you rip a pillow open, oops, that's a bad reference. Let's forget that one. If you spread the word, it will spread further and further, and it will make veganism spread. So let's do that, everyone. Thank you for joining me today, everyone. See you next time.
Lindsay. Thank
Bye-bye.
you, Rakshit. Bye.
Guys, don't go off
Bye.
yet.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.